Hello, my friends. Good morning, and welcome back to another segment of Hanging with the Boss Lady. I am your host, the Boss Lady herself, Cheryl Jones, aka that little old country girl. I pray that you all are doing well. I am doing fabulous on this beautiful Friday morning. And I want to continue my talk with you on my book, Crippling Comforts. Did you know that the very thing that makes you comfortable can also cripple you? It's a fact. Not only can your comfort cripple you, it can stagnate you. It can make you cease to thrive. And all of our life, we are meant to strive to grow. On last week, I talked to you about reaching your goals. Gave you a little bit of my backstory and the frame of mind that I lived in my younger days. And the reason I'm saying that is because, just like my book said, when you become comfortable, you cease to grow and thrive. I myself entered into a state of comfort, and it is that thing called the comfort zone. But I wasn't always that way. So last week I talked to you about how when I was younger, I set goals for myself and I was determined to reach my goal. I talked to you about determination. And let me just read to you about the rule of determination. It is striving to achieve goals and gives a person the motivation to continue chasing their ambitions because goals reflect what a person really wants. When you set goals for yourself, you do everything in your power to reach those goals. You don't care what it takes. Let's just say you decide that by the time, and I'm speaking to the younger generation, you decide that by the time you reach 30, you want to be a multimillionaire and live in a mansion. If that is the goal that you set for yourself, you begin to make the blueprint for how you can reach your goals. And when you are really determined to reach your goals, you don't let anything get in your way. When you are trying to reach a goal of that magnitude, you don't have time to sit down and get comfortable because you are always going. You are always going. Whatever it takes, whatever you have to do to reach your goal, you're doing it morning, noon, and night. You are researching, you are reading, you are studying, you are going to seminars, you are getting mentorship, so that you can talk to whoever you need to talk to, reading whatever you need to read, learning whatever you have to learn, so that you can attain your goal. And part of my backstory was my determination to not become a statistic, my determination to be a responsible, dependable, efficient, respectful individual, so that my children could see someone who was a responsible person, someone that can be a role model to them. And I also had my own personal goals. My personal goal was I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be I wanted to be successful. That's what it was. I looked around at a lot of young people in my time when I was younger, and there was a boom at one time where they called it the baby boom. Everyone was having a baby, babies, babies. And they were becoming wards of the state. They were getting on welfare and doing things like that. I was determined to not become a part of that stigma. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to own my own business, own my own home, raise my children to be to have pride and respect for themselves and for our family. And that was my goal. That's part of my backstory. And I did not let anything stand in the way. And trust me, life happened. It happens to all of us. It happens to you. But when life happens, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you have tunnel vision. Stay focused on your goals. Now, of course, I'm going to have to say this. I did not do all of that on my own. None of us can do it on our own. I knew that without the help of the Lord, I would not be able to achieve all of my goals. Why? Because we were not made to do it on our own. The scripture says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And because I had Jesus Christ as the foundation of our family and of my life, I knew when it got too hard for me to do on my own to lean on him. And he helped me to make it across to accomplish my goals. So I end that with, to God be all the glory. Now, tonight, well, I'm sorry, this morning, what I'm going to continue with is this. When you set your goals and you are pursuing them and you're going forth, what is it that keeps you going? You tell me, what is it that keeps you going after your goals, the goals that you set? How do you just keep up the momentum? I'll tell you how. When you become motivated. And in chapter 2 of Crippling Comforts, it talks about motivation, which is the driving force. Listen at this. Lack of perseverance and fear of hard work were never an issue that prevented me from accomplishing my goals. In fact, it was the challenge of hard work, persistence, and tunnel vision that motivated me to reach my goals. Whenever I encountered an obstacle, something that seemed like it was going to throw me, it motivated me even harder. It's like when you are in a storm and the wind is blowing in your face, and you know that you have to get indoors, and you can look up and you can see the door and say, I just have to get inside. And it seems like with every step you take, I mean, the wind is stinging your face and your fingertips are almost feels like they're not there anymore. Your nose is completely numb and you sometimes walking with your eyes closed because the wind is so fierce in your face. And even sometimes you have to turn and walk backwards, knowing that you're still heading towards that door. And then you go and it's right in hand's reach. And the wind is like it's picking up, but you are determined to get to that door because you know that inside that door, there is peace, there's calm, there's warmth, okay? And there's shelter from the storm. So when you are motivated to do something, no matter how much opposition comes in your way, you push past it because you are motivated to reach your goal, knowing of what is on the other side of that door. So when you decide that you have a goal and you want to reach it, nothing should stop you from reaching your goal because you have decided that once I reach that goal, the things that I value, the things that I want, I'm going to find it there. Okay? So my desire to reach my goal, it overpowered everything that got in my way. And that's what you have to do. Your motivation of reaching your goal. Now, motivation is a beautiful thing. And there is actually a model of motivation that explains what motivation really does. Okay? It's a model. Let me just let you see what that model is. Here it is. Now you can take a minute and pause and look at that. And let me just tell you, in this model, it is a square model, and this is called the motivational cycle. The motivational cycle. This is the cycle that you should follow, that you actually do follow when you set your goal, set your mind on what your goal is, set your sight on your goal. You follow this model. It is what propels us. Okay, it is what fuels us on. And I'm going to read to you. It says each action in this model is first initiated because of a particular need. What is the need? The need is for you to attain your goal. That is your need. I have to do this. I want to do this. I feel inside that I was made to do this. That is your need to reach your goal. Okay? So it starts with a need, and the need leads you to your drive. Okay? You're going to do everything you can. Your need makes you go forward. I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do everything I can. I have to do this because I want that. So your need gives you the drive to go forward. Your need gives you the drive to not stop. Your need gives you the drive to continue in the face of adversity, in the face of fatigue, in the face of sometimes a failure here and there, but that goal and that need is still there. I need to do this. I don't need to do it to prove anything. I need to do this for myself. So the need gives you the drive to keep going. And it may some days feel like it's just too much. But that need is there, and you cannot deny that need. Okay? So the drive comes from your need. And what comes after that? Your drive gives you the incentive. It says the need drives the person into taking action. Positive results caused due to the action. Okay? Further acts as an incentive motivating a person towards the goal. So once you have the need, and the need puts you into drive, and the incentive is the little things that you accomplish along the way, you'll be like, oh, wow, okay, I did this part. Now I can go on to the next thing. And then you go, it's like jumping in a lake. When you see the stones, you say, okay, I need to get to the other side of the shore. And I know I can't swim all through this here. It's too cold, but I see rocks. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my time. I'm going to jump from rock to rock. Okay? So that is the drive. You see, I'm going to, okay, I jumped here. Let me just be still for a minute. Whew, look, and you look back and you say, wow, I'm almost there. I can see the other side of the shore. And that is your incentive. When you look back and see what you have already done, you want to keep going. And you say, that rock looks like it's a little further off, but oh, Lord, give me strength. Lord, please help me, help me, help me, help me to jump. And then you pray and you get ready and you leap. And guess what? You land on that rock and you may shake a little bit, but you land on it and then you stand still to get steady, okay, to gain your footing. And you be like, okay. And then you look and where you were afraid the next rock, it might be further away, but no, the next rock is closer. So it's not that hard. You have come across the big spaces, the ones that you thought you weren't going to make. And your incentive is that I didn't think I was going to make it, but now I see I did it. I jumped across that big space and look how close I am. And the next step is your goal. Because after you cross that big space and you look and you see, okay, this one is not so far away. I know I could do that. And you jump and you see that you only have two more jumps and then one, and you have reached your goal. So that's the motivational cycle. Your need gives you the drive. And as you go with your drive, each thing that you accomplish is your incentive to keep going. And your incentive actually gives you the victory of attaining your goal. And that is the motivational cycle. So as you go in your life and as you as you set your mind on your goal, and you come up against roadblocks and you come up against potholes and you come up against storms that may try to push you back, and you feel like it's useless. No, continue to go forth. Pursue your goals, okay? Because that's the only way that you are going to reach your goal, okay? My life was ruled by the motivational cycle. I know because I was definitely motivated. I was motivated. Okay. As I saw that I still had the desire to keep moving on through prayer, hard work, determination. Okay. I was a firm believer that no one was meant to stay in the same place for prolonged periods of time. And I was like, no. Uh, I used to live on a block in New York. Sorry, I used to live in a neighborhood in New York, it's Bed-Stuy, and the street that we lived on was Gates Avenue, and there were people on Gates Avenue that stayed there all of their life, and they died there. They just lived there and died there. They never moved away, and I found that very odd. I said, there is no way that I'm going to stay here on this street all my life, and my children are born here, are raised up here, and stay here. No. And that is why I said we are moving from here, because I feel like life is always meant to progress. Life is always meant to keep going, to go forward. Never stay in one place because you will become stagnant. And life is about progression. Life is about growth. Life is about moving forward. Okay. I refused to get comfortable on that street. I had the need to pursue my goal, to move into a better neighborhood, into a better house, so that my children could have a better life. And I achieved that because of my motivational circle. So I'm encouraging you to get the book. It's available on Amazon, Crippling Comforts. And it tells you things relatable in the beginning of the book so you can see where you are and how you at one point looked with starry eyes. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be this. I want to be that. Maybe right now you're not where you want to be and you feel like there's something I should be doing. And then you look back and you say, I wasn't always this way. And it is always really good to kind of step back and look where you started and see how you got where you are now. And if you're not satisfied where you are, if you feel like I just been doing the same thing, then maybe you need to take stock, look at yourself, remember where you started and what motivated you to leave from there, and get that motivation going. Set some new goals for yourself. Okay, let the motivational cycle kick in so that you can move forward. Okay, because if you are comfortable, it's not a good thing. When you're comfortable, you sit back and you look at this one moving around and you look at that one moving and you put your head back and you say, this is all right. This feels good. Okay. Don't let your comfort cripple you. And we're going to get to that. So that's all I'm going to talk about for today. And I hope you get the book so that you can follow along with me and make sure you look back at your younger self and just see, maybe not even younger, before for those of you that are younger now, in your teens, in your 20s, your 30s, and you look at your life and you see, have you set goals? Are you doing everything you can to reach your goals? What is your motivation? What is motivating you to reach the goals that you have set for yourself? And that's all we're going to do. I'm going to let you get back to the remainder of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have not already done so, please hit that like button, share, and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe. And remember, take the Lord with you everywhere you go. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Until we meet again, may the Lord God bless you real good. Boss Lady out.